And we're back.
I've had me a day.
Yeah, Bay gonna tell y'all the story. So go ahead, Bay.
So today I get on the bus, right? You know, I get on the bus and I asked the driver, could she pull up to where the sidewalk was? It was only a few feet down, so I don't have to deal with the mud and shit. And she was very rude, and she was like, "Come on, come on, come on." She was rushing me, and in my head, I'm like cussing this bitch out, um, because that's exactly what she act like. Because I understand the whole not touching nothing, don't touch the money. I understand that. But when I'm asking you to move down, because as y'all can see, as y'all know, I'm in a wheelchair. And the reason why I was asking her to move down is because I don't want to get involved with the mud shit. The mud, it gets everywhere because I don't have hardwood floors. I have carpet, and I just felt like disrespecting
He just
Deshaun. How you doing, Deshaun? Hey, I just felt disrespected. Shout out to Deshaun. There you go. I just felt disrespected, and I just feel like I don't want to go anywhere.
he don't want to leave the house.
Yeah, because it's like I have to. There's certain things that I have to do that require you to leave the house just for a quick second. Just a wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Come right back. And now you can give your opinion.
But this is what we go through in our city. Like, I don't know where you guys are from, but where we from, it's hard for disabled folk. Where we from, like it
Yeah,
just
and the reason why it's hard is because everybody in Detroit, Michigan, they have cars. Everybody.
it's just like we have to deal with so much as disabled people.
Don't let that keep you down. It's hard for it not because she was being real disrespectful, and all I asked her was, "Hey, can you move down there so I don't have to be involved with the mud shit?" It's like,
It's like we don't get no respect in the city. We don't. It's like everybody always be saying like, well, this the real world and this what happens and all that kind of stuff. But it's we don't get no respect in the city, bro. Like it
and
just
I know I'm supposed to be loving where I live, and I'm supposed to be grateful, which I am. I'm grateful, but I don't like nobody disrespecting me just because I'm young. Because all you had to say was no, just come on and get on the bus. But you took it a step further, and you was just like, come on, come on, come on. That is disrespectful. And the only reason she did that is because I was by myself, which most of the time I am. She would tell you, I'm by myself most of the time.
And like this is just how it goes in our city. Um, I always tell these stories of when I stayed down south, y'all, I didn't have no issue with none of this
With a lot
that
of people.
that goes on up here that he experiences. Now I've been to other cities where it 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 it, it doesn't end up like that because one thing about Michigan people, and I don't know if this is true or not, but due to my experience, I'm gonna say it. A lot of people that are from this particular state, they rude. They don't they don't treat people with no class down here. They don't. I had to go to the hospital last night. That was the worst child. It don't matter if you got good insurance or not. You go to the wrong hospital, you gonna get some messed up care. And my insurance is good, by the way. And whenever they put you with the black nurses and doctors, it be a time because trying to find them and locate them and do do do. I just got home this morning, y'all. Now I'm doing okay. It's still some stuff I gotta do here at my house, but I'm okay. But that experience, bruh, and I'm not even from no poor black neighborhood, and I still get treated like that. Like
They
it just
consider
don't make any
they
sense.
consider they consider
It just don't make any sense to where you know I had to wait 3 hours to see a to even get called to the back just to get a vital check.
start recording their ass. No, no, because like I really want to start doing that because like seriously, and I have my phone on me too. Like seriously, like she was like, "Hurry up, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on," and I was just sitting there like, all I asked her to do was go a couple feet. It ain't even a block. It's a couple of feet, Deshaun. You understand what I'm saying? It's like one day when it's hot and it's the summertime, I'm gonna take a walk. Well, we gonna take a walk, and I'm gonna show you all where my bus stop is and where the sidewalk is and why I was asking her to move to where I didn't have to get involved with the dirt. I'm gonna take a walk with y'all. I'm gonna do
And it's like,
that.
bro, it just it's just how it goes in our city. You know what I'm saying? Like it just if y'all ain't never if anybody watching this live in a wheelchair and you not from this city, bro, man, you need to be thanking your lucky stars, bro. Cause this right here is a no ma'am. Like I would be in DC right now if I had a choice, but I don't. So there's that. Like I've been through experiences
Start
Them little-
recording. Because Deshaun said, start recording their ass.
like I've experienced that what he's experiencing. The man literally didn't want to let the lift down. He made an excuse that his lift didn't work. Oh, I don't have
Yeah,
my lift.
well, if the lift don't work, the lift don't work.
Man,
I
that
get
junk was
that.
fine. That junk rolled right out. He was talking about some, oh, it don't work. And then when he was getting ready to pull off, it magically came out. And I'm just sitting there like, I thought your lip was broke. I'm just like, go ahead on, man. Just go ahead on. Cause you didn't want to let the lift down. Cause let me tell y'all something about the bus stops in our city. First of all, they hate seeing somebody handicapped come on the bus. So that means they gotta pull over and let that lift down. And as easy as that is, a lot of drivers gonna be wanting to do that. Don't know why, really don't care why, but it's just like,
You know what I'm
bruh.
saying?
And he was like, "You wanna get on now?" I was like, "Nah, go ahead on, bro, cause you."
Y'all can't relocate. It's not that I want. Well, me, I want to relocate because I'm at a point with Detroit to where I'm sick of this shit. But if I relocate, it's gonna be more expensive. So I I'm just really about to start just staying in my house unless I truly have to go somewhere. Like I need to get my hair done.
It's just, you
But
know,
I'm about to literally just stay in my house other than stuff that I really need to do, like get my hair done or something like that. I'm about to just
cause when I was in Washington D.C., y'all, first of all, that's my favorite city ever, and I've been to a lot of other ones too. Cause I'm one of the fortunate handicapped people who get to travel a little bit here and there. So when I was in DC, man, we was busting it everywhere because we not from there and we ain't got no cars and all this stuff. So we just busting it everywhere, and the bus people was they was so nice. Like people would literally go to the corner just to let me on the bus. And before y'all ask, no, I didn't have to ask the man to do so. He just went on and did his thing, you know what I'm saying, and let me on the bus. And sometimes I didn't even have to pay on the bus. He just let a nigga on there. And it was a great experience, y'all. I ain't trying to make DC sound like it's perfect cause it's not obviously, but um it was a great experience. Like I have no problem with their public transportation system. Everything was cool. The people was nice. Cause like I said, the people where we live, a lot of them be rude to you, and most of the time they be rude to you because you in this wheelchair. That's where that come from. Cause people that walk, they don't get treated as rudely as we do, and it's just it don't it don't make no sense. Like as far as me and relocation goes, considering I'm with my mom and them, I can't just up and leave. But if my mom and them wanted to, I'd be out of here on the first plane to wherever. Cause I ain't got no ties to Detroit. Like I really don't have that love and affection for it anyway. So I could really just go, but um that's the thing, you know. That's the thing. Like and I was supposed to go a couple times. I didn't do it. I always tell this guy that the only thing good came out of me staying up here is me beating him. Because I was supposed to move to North Carolina like 10 years ago. And I ended up staying because I had a family member that was real sick at the time. He passed on, now R.I.P. to him. But he was real sick at the time, and I just didn't feel comfortable just leaving. So, stayed. And in that time, like the only thing that came good out of me staying here was, like I said, meeting this guy over here. Cause if I'd have left, I'd have never met him. So I take some kind of solace in that. But yeah, like man, I never liked living in the city ever
Sounds,
since I was little.
sounds lit.
Um,
I feel you. That's what's up. I feel her too, but I can afford it. I
I
just
mean,
can't.
yeah, it's DC. I don't know if anybody in the comments is from the area, but it's it's way more equipped for people to look like me and him. Now, I'm not saying it's perfect, cause it's not. But compared to the problems that we have down here, child, good night. We want to be here. Good night. Cause it's the
I do.
sidewalks.
I think we're gonna have some of the similar.
The sidewalks is if y'all know, if you know, then you know. The sidewalks out here, all you do is go bangity bangity bumpity bumpity all the down the sidewalk because it's cracked up. I mean, I done almost came out the chair because of cracks and ditches and all that. Like, and they say, well, just go on the street. Yeah, that's not safe either because you got cars coming everywhere. And it's like, that's not an alternative either. So it's like, and it's like, yeah, it's like, if you disabled, Detroit is not the place for you. And before y'all ask, the suburbs ain't no better. It's just further away. That don't mean it's better. They treat you like garbage out there too, because you black, and especially if you tell them you from Detroit, they're like, oh, they look down on you. Sorry, y'all, that's my phone buzzing. I don't know why somebody calling me right now, but I just put that on hold. Um, yeah, the suburbs of our state ain't that much better. It's just like I said, it's just further away. It ain't that much better. When you tell somebody you from Detroit in the suburbs, they look at you like, "Oh, what are you doing out here? Cause you ain't supposed to be out there." I don't care what nobody say. Black people from Detroit is not supposed to be in the suburbs, cause them white people, they don't want us out there. That's why they live out there, so they don't have to be bothered with us. Because Detroit used to be a white city until all the blacks started moving in. Then when all the blacks started coming, the white people started going to the suburbs because they didn't want to be bothered with us. So if we start going out to the suburbs, they gonna move back to the city. because they don't want to be around us because they have an idea of what we are in their head, and they run with that idea of what black folks are. So Atlanta went through the same thing. All them black folks start going to Atlanta like they had the plague, and everybody started gravitating towards Atlanta like flies to doo doo. And all them white people in Georgia start moving out to suburbs because they don't want to be around us. It's like, no, we don't. And even where I was, it's black people in DC. It is. It is. But
but
the
they
poorest of the poor, like where my babe from, people like that, they ain't in DC. They in Maryland. Those niggas in them niggas up the street. The poorest of the poor, they up the street. They not. I mean, you could get to Maryland from DC. It really ain't nowhere, but they not in the city. And unless you go on the southeast side of DC, you ain't gonna see no poor black. You ain't gonna see no poor black people nowhere in that city unless you go to the hood. But all hoods got poor people in them. So it is what it is. But most of the poor, oh no, they in Baltimore. They up the street. And I went up there. I've been up to Baltimore too. And baby, Baltimore is it's it's like Detroit, but it's it's on the East Coast, of course. I went up there for 3 hours. I'm like, I'm going back to DC, bro. I went back to DC with the quickness when I went up there. I'm like, oh no, you niggas got it hard up here. Let me go.
don't have no special buses that will pick y'all up in the D.
We do, but it's garbage. Like it's trash. He done got left 1,000 times. We got paratransit or whatever they call that. We got that out here, but it is hot, sweaty garbage. Like it's garbage, bro. It's like people be getting stuck. People be dropping you off at the wrong addresses. It just be a fool. They be passing your address up where you supposed to be going. They be passing it up, and then when you schedule to be picked up from home, they be 12 years a slave trying to get the. They be slow as hell. By the time they get to your house, you don't even want to go no more, cause you done sat there for 2 hours waiting on them to come. You got your clothes on. You sitting at the front door like, man, where they at? Then here they come, pulling up. By the time they get to your crib, you like, man, I'm so tired and ready to take these clothes off. I don't even want to go no more. And then don't let you be at nobody's house where you really gonna, boy, bye. It's gonna take them so long to come get you. You might as well say I'm gonna spend the night wherever I am. Cause hell no, it's not good, bro.
It ain't.
Cause when he came over here for Christmas, first of all, he was supposed to be here at three some. He didn't get here till like almost 5 o'clock. Then it took him a long time to come pick him up from my house because they talking about the driver was coming from the east side and yada yada. He didn't get home till almost midnight. And I'm just sitting there like, girl,
Nah,
this
almost midnight. Well, you might well say I got home at midnight.
he was late coming to my house because the driver talking about his tire went flat and then they had to find another driver and yada yada do. It was a whole mess. But he got here. I was grateful that he got here though, cause I wanted to see him and all that. But that whole thing was a fool. That whole thing was a fool. And what made it worse, he was in so much pain. I'm just like, if they don't come pick this man up, bro. I mean, they even been late picking me up from his house, which is fine with me, cause I be playing the video game anyway, so I don't care. But they even been late picking me up from his house. And it's like the way our paratransit work, when you ain't ready to go, they out there. But when you ready to go, you can't find them niggas. You can find them niggas with a flashlight when you ready to go. But when you
But
ain't ready to go, like when you ain't done doing what you doing, they right out there. They like, oh come on, we gotta go.
yeah,
Like when you not ready, they ready. But when you ready, you can't find them niggas. I mean, it's retarded. Like that's why a lot of people that's handicapped in the city wish they had cars, cause the paratransit kind of man.
trash.
That's not no alternative either. That don't work. We can't even get to the airport in our city unless you go in a car. Because in order to do that in a power chair, you gotta get on two different things, and ain't nobody about to do nobody doing all that. And for anybody in the comment section ask for why don't you just use Uber or Lyft, I can't. He can't because he got a power chair. So we ain't got the ADA Ubers and Lyfts down here, y'all. We don't have that.
And we're
So
always doing stuff.
we always the last to get something.
Yep.
And even if we do get it, it don't be as good as what the other city got. And it just, you know, and a lot of us don't have money to like relocate to other states because these other states are so expensive and we only get so much money as it is.
Well,
So it's a little bit more difficult.
check only goes so many ways.
So it's like, yeah, I wish relocation was an option, but for some it is though, but for some we just don't have the income. We just don't have the income for that. Like,
But white people they get way more money because she has a friend. He get
yeah, my friend get about 1,400. But that's cause he's on SSDI and he worked for like 10, 12 years, so he get his check plus um. But most of that goes to his care and all that kind of stuff. And see, when we have what my bay has, most of your insurance, the but outside of that, you don't get no help with nothing. We don't get help with anything.
Yeah, but people always telling I mean me, I'm not us, but me that Detroit is so good. But I'm telling you, I'm really just about to stay in my house.
I've been to New York. I've been to DC. I've been to Chicago. I've been to Vegas before. I love out west, by the way. I've been to Los Angeles. All the cities I just mentioned. I've been to Florida 100 times. Like I said, I stayed there as a child. Never had a problem. Never had no problems. I didn't start having problems until we had to stay here permanently. And child, how I wish that was not the case because it's gonna nicer to me and my family than these people up here. These people always act like because they going through problems, they can treat people rudely because they got problems. Everybody got problems. And everybody always be like, well, I got my own problems. Well, so do the rest of the world. So,
Yeah, no, but I just feel like I've outgrown Detroit, and
I mean, yeah, everybody feels like that when they're exhausted of a city. And it's like, you know, we both just exhausted of it, but we here, you know, because I'm probably the only person from the city y'all seen with like, I don't want to say Southern twang, Southern draw, but that's from all those years of being down south. That's why my accent is a little different. But it's like everywhere else I be straight. I be good. When I be here, bro, it be a time. Be a time, and people be like, "Oh, this where you from? You should love where you live." You know, you can't turn your back on your city and all this type of blase please. I be like, man,
I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it with this city. All right, y'all. I'm gonna talk to y'all. Don't let that situation make you stay in the house. But but I really want to. And I'm about to go because I need to do some things. But y'all,
yeah, we gonna go because Bay gotta do some things. But before we go, I'm gonna say this: every time he goes outside the house and something happens like this or a situation like this is just another slap in the face as to how disabled people get treated in the city, and we just be over it, man. Like how much longer y'all gonna slap us in our face with this? It's like, and people be talking about all these changes Detroit making, but them changes ain't got nothing to do with disabled people. Most of them don't anyway. This city is not built for you if you in a wheelchair. If you in
it
a
ain't.
wheelchair, you gonna struggle here. Now, if you walk, yeah, you gonna struggle, but you gonna struggle monetarily, but not physically. We physically and monetarily struggle because the check they give us, people think because we get a check that we get so much money. We don't even get that much. Not even that deep. For people to be all like, ooh, y'all get money. No, we really don't in the grand scheme of things.
Cause in the gram skin, do y'all know that I like today is bill day? Like I have to pay all my bills except for certain ones, like my cable bill and all that stuff. But besides that, I have to pay that on the 11th. Like but I mean, I'm just over it.
And we can't live really because w- we have to pay bills in his case. So he don't have extra money to just go out and have fun and do recreational, activity. He don't got the money for that.
No, I don't.
All his money goes to his bills.
Everything.
He and people say, "Well, you gotta have a life outside of paying bills," and like, yeah, while he get that, he can't because he don't have enough money to go around.
Because my big brother said this. He said, Raphael, your check only goes so far.
Yeah,
And it does, because I pay lights, gas, phone bill, internet bill. And after I pay all these bills and a water bill, I'm done.
like he don't have nothing outside of that. He don't have nothing.
I barely have money to get my hair done, but I've made it to where I put it in because I don't go but twice a month. Yeah.
He don't have money to live. He people be saying, well, why don't you do this or do that? Man, we ain't got the money for that kind of stuff. Anything that's not a need, we don't have money for.
Hmm.
They only give us money so we can pay bills because we really not supposed to be working. But
But that's a different conversation.
that's a whole.
I'm not gonna tell y'all anything, but I'm definitely the only. Well, I'm not gonna say that, but I'm in the process. That's all y'all need to know. I'm in the process. I'm not gonna jinx myself. Jasmine knows, but I'm in the process.
I
Things
mean,
are moving.
that's cause you know I'm his bae and all that, but it's like the government try to dictate your life because they give you a check, but it's like, come on, man, you only give us $841 a month. What is that when you got six or seven bills? That ain't nothing. That's
Right.
gon' that's gonna eat through that check like a termite eating through some wood. That's like, well, you get money, you get a check, man. That check ain't nothing, bro.
Yeah. And that's why I'm in the process. That's all y'all need to know.
And then they be trying to tell you because you get a check, you can only work a certain amount of hours.
No. Now that's where I gotta stop you. They don't say you can only work a certain amount of hours. This is how this goes. You can work how many hours you want, but they're gonna start deducting, and you need to report how much you making. And a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people just work and don't report it to Social Security. So then they make it seem like you owe them. But check this out. When I do start, I'm gonna report it because I'm not gonna owe Social Security at the end.
I mean, it just, even with somebody giving you all that, it's so many conditions and all of that stuff. Like, we don't have as much freedom as we think. Everything we do come with conditions. Like, they start chopping your check down if you make it too much. They start
Yeah,
deducting from your benefits if you're making too much money and all. Like, it's a lot, y'all, but we gonna get off here because my bae gotta do some stuff.
yeah, I do. I gotta.
He gotta do some stuff. It's like,
But seriously, I don't. But before I go, seriously, I don't even want to go outside my house.
it makes it hard to care about life when you gotta live like this. I'll just say that. But we gonna see y'all in the next video, man. We don't know what we gonna put out next, but
Um, I will be. Well, I will be putting out marriage boot camp. I saw that fact. So y'all will be getting reviews from me with that. Y'all will be getting a love after lockup review from me tomorrow. So be on the lookout for the videos. They're coming. And I will talk to you guys in the next one.
bye bye.
Bye.